Okay, I was sitting here making a mock-up with some old fabric of a purse that I want to make, just to see if it will turn out the way I want it to turn out. And I was like, why am I not recording myself? Anyway, if this is 13 by 13 by 18, this piece. And then I have a piece that's 3 by 13. And then I have a piece that's like 10 by 13. And I sewed them together like this. And now I'm going to put sides on it, and I wanted my sides to be about 10 inches. So I am going to sew these sides in here the same way. I'm literally just making a bag, making a box. So let me, I'm going to sew this in here. I'm going to sew it all together and make it a square, and then I'll come back and we're going to make the inside of it, and we'll do that together, and then we're going to put it together and flip it inside out, and it's going to be a bag. That's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm back. So we have literally made the outside of our bag just by doing that. Sewing those together. This is our flap that's going to come across the front of it that we're going to figure out how to attach it. Now, next, we need to think about lining. Like, what lining do I want to put in it? And do I want it to just be a slouchy purse, or do I want it to have some stability? If I wanted it to have more stability, I would have put some kind of backing, whatever, on this fabric. But I kind of like slouchy purses sometimes, and this is just a mold. I'm seeing if my brain works right. So next up, lining fabric. And I think I'm going to do this fabric right here. I don't know if I have enough of... I don't want to line it with the same thing. So I think I'm going to do this lining right here. I think I'm going to do this as a lining because it matches it. So same thing. We'll need the same size squares. So in your head, you have to think, how did I cut them squares? What sizes were they? They were 13 by 18, 4 by 10, 4 by 13, 4 by 10, and 10 by 13. So I'm going to go cut those squares and I'll be right back. So I've got all my pieces cut. And again, I want to go over it again. 13 by 18. 13 by 10. My bottom is 13 by 4. And I'm going to connect all of these. Pretty side to pretty side. Pretty side to pretty side. And it'll be... the middle will be in there. And then I'm going to put my sides that are 4 by 10 up the sides and connect them. And then I'll be right back, and I'll have that box that'll go inside of the other box that'll make my bag. We need to think about handles too. Before I sew this fabric, I just want y'all to know that I am ironing it. Am I clipping it all together and making it up? No, I'm not bothering. But I am going to iron it just to make sure that the wrinkles are out, because it'll make it look a little bit better. And I'm debating whether I'm going to put any sort of... stabilizer. Because I could stabilize the inside and it would stabilize a little too. But I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to make a slouchy purse just because I really just want a slouchy purse for this. And I'll save my materials for when I make my real bag. This is just a prototype to see if this is what I want or not. Still thinking about handles, and I will let you know what I do. I'm just going to show you that I make mistakes too, and I sewed one of my sides to the wrong side, so I got to go seam rip that and fix it. I just want you to know that every time you get in a hurry, you will jack something up. Every time. All right, so now we have our bag. This is my purse. And we have our inside. And we're going to put them... We're going to turn this inside out. And we're going to put this in here pretty side to pretty side. This side is going to be the pretty side. We're going to put it pretty side to pretty side. But we got to think about handles. What are we going to do? What are we going to do for the handles? And we want this to be the right way. And then we're going to pin it all the way around. All right, it's in there. It's in there. You're going to pin it all the way around here, because you're going to sew all the way around here, all the way around there, and all the way up here. And but you're going to leave a hole so you can turn it inside out. So leave your hole somewhere where you can turn it inside out. You'll close that when you get done. You could leave a hole in the bottom of your lining too to close, which we could have done that when we made our lining, but I didn't. So let me think about that. I might just do that. I could seam rip it and leave the hole in the lining. But we've got to put handles. Let me think about handles. So I've got these straps that I buy from Amazon, and they have gold on them, and I need gold D-rings, but I don't have gold D-rings. So I wonder if I should mix silver and gold, or if I should wait until I find some gold D-rings, or I'm just going to go with it. Silver D-rings hooked with the gold. We'll just see what it looks like. I have these little 3x4 pieces of material. I'm going to fold them in and then fold them in again and then sew down both long sides. That's going to make my little connectors. I'm going to put my D-rings on. So they look like this before I put the D-ring on them. So I put the D-ring on them, and then I am going to tack them on each side, on the inside. I'm just going to tack them there on both sides, one on each side, because that's what our strap's going to hook to. All right, so they're in the inside. We're putting our pretty sides, two pretty sides in here, and we're going to sew all around the edges and then flip it inside out. All right, pray for me. We're fixing to flip this thing inside out and see if I actually made a purse or not. So here we go, flipping it inside out. Well, it looks like the connectors for the handles are where they're supposed to be. We still need to trim the stragglers. You know I like to trim the stragglers. We're going to have to close the bottom here, but we're not going to close it for these purposes. We're just going to finish turning it inside out. And you're going to have to poke this top here, like where your flap is. And then you'll have to put a button or a snap, or just be okay with it not having anything. We're going to put this in here. Now, we are going to sew around, do like a little stitch to hold everything down around the edges. And then we'll hook the handles on it, and we'll come right back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it is done. I have top stitched all the way around. I have trimmed my stuff. It will flip over like this, and these will clip on like this. Well, when we get the D-ring up here where it's supposed to be, they'll clip on like this. And then you have a bag like that. And I could think of a way to attach it. I could also, like make it where it had a snap or some Velcro or something to close, or anything like that if I wanted to. This will work perfect just to carry my wallet in though. So now I can go to my expensive material. This material was like material I got from like somebody I know that used to work at like a fabric store, and they discontinued this and they gave me the fabric. So, I keep finding stragglers. You have to keep trimming the stragglers till you get them all. But yeah, so that's it. My little purse. And I'm going to do another one with the good material. But I thought I'd show y'all this.